This is Laurence Goff at Newark Cemetery in Nottinghamshire. I just want to bring to people's attention that we have a number of people from the British Commonwealth that are also buried in the cemetery. We have a New Zealand serviceman, we have a Canadian serviceman, another Canadian serviceman. We also have another New Zealand serviceman who's also buried, another airman from the Royal Canadian Air Force and the Royal Canadian Air Force. These people will not be forgotten. I'm just making sure people realise in Newark Cemetery we have loads of different people from all walks of life that fought on the British side, from the Royal Canadian Air Force, another one from the Royal Canadian Air Force, all from the Royal Canadian Air Force that are buried in this cemetery right in the front row here. The Royal Air Force, British Air Force, the Royal Australian Air Force, the Royal Canadian Air Force, and we have another one here that is from New Zealand, a wireless operator from the Royal Air Force, the Royal Air Force again. Forever young, they live and laugh in God's eternal spring. May they rest in peace. This one, Australian, the Royal Australian Air Force, age 22. Another one, age 22, from the Royal Air Force, Canadian Air Force. April 23rd, the 9th of April 1943, age 21. I just feel it's important that we walk through the Polish part of the cemetery to let people know we do have loads of, some 400 Polish that are buried here, and we also have a number of servicemen from the British side who are also buried here. We have the Royal Air Force. Hello. Royal Air Force. The gunner, James. The Royal Air Force. These brave soldiers, airmen, that are buried in our cemetery. This is the youngest person that I see who is buried in the cemetery. Cadet K.R. Cousin Wood, spelled Couzin-Wood, Air Training Corps, 29th of July 1942, age 16, on his first flight, has died and is buried in our cemetery. The Royal Air Force, Royal Engineers, these fine servicemen that came over to help us, the Sherwood Forest. So it's very interesting, isn't it? It's just we can't be forgotten that these servicemen came over here. The Royal Air Force, the Royal Air Force, these are all the Duke of Cornwall Light Infantry, age 22. The Royal Canadian Air Force, these are all Royal Air Force, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All from the Royal Air Force, all dying on the same date, the 26th of May 1944. I just want to make sure people realise these brave wireless operator and air gunner, navigator, flight engineer, air gunner, air bomber, pilot and air gunner, all from the Royal Canadian Air Force, all dying starting from the age of 19 and going on to age 28, 22 and so forth. They will not be forgotten in my eyes. To our dear boy most loved, never to be forgotten, Alfred John and his mum. Alfie will not be, this one will not be forgotten by his family. air navigator, the Royal Air Force. The Royal Air Force. The Royal Air Force. And we're going, you can see all around this fine cemetery in Newark, servicemen that came over during the Second World War and are just buried here, and they will not be forgotten. The last Sunday in September we have a service here, and we also have another service in the last Sunday in October in Newark Cemetery, and many people come from all over the world. We've got 6 graves here for who were killed Behrens factory, who were just on the 7th of March 1941. I just want to make sure people realise we have we should not forget these people. Arthur Worrell, Wilfred Evelyn Andrew, Thomas Mac Holland Hardy, Gladys Cummins, Edwin Martin, George Harold Henry Adams, killed by enemy action the 7th of March 1941. They will not be forgotten, and they're just behind the war graves in Newark Cemetery. We're going across some other graves here. This was an interesting one. Age 18. This was died 1955. Age 19, 1955. 1955, not 33 years old, the Royal Air Force. 1955. I was 5 years old then, living in Crystal Palace area of London. The Royal Air Force, age 39. 1958, the Royal Air Force. So I just want to make sure people realise we in Newark Cemetery who lost our loved ones, may they all rest in peace. This is Laurence Goff. On behalf of Friends in Newark Cemetery, would like to thank you for coming along on my little short video of the Friends in Newark Cemetery's behalf. Until we meet again, and we say farewell, and I'm signing off as we come up to the driveway of Newark Cemetery. Until we meet again, Laurence Goff saying farewell from Newark Cemetery. They will be always remembered in our eyes. Amen.